I'm Rob.
And I'm Louie.
And this is the Profundum Virtual Reality Review by
Barefoot Gaming.
Profundum. Louie, what is a Profundum?
A Profundum,
You don't know. Don't look it up. We don't have time for this. Louie, what do you do in Profundum? What's the concept behind the game itself?
It is a puzzle-based game. And a surprisingly fun one at that.
Spoiler alert, Louie. Come on. We gotta save that for the end.
I am so sorry. We went into this game with zero expectations because
we've played a lot of very mediocre puzzle-based VR games.
Not only that, but this one seemed to have gotten lost in the shovel. In the shovel, also the shovel.
Yeah, it's my fault. I left it in the shovel, and I apologize. So, okay, back to the actual game, shovels aside. This is a steampunk style puzzle game. And you go through multiple areas, and you keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, and there's a storyline to it.
Yes. And you can read about the storyline, or you can have it read to you by just holding the papers where the story is written out.
Now, before getting to pros and cons, I'm just going to mention something I wish was fixed. And developer, if you're watching this, then I would maybe say, once you've picked up the paper and the guy starts reading, and the voice acting is well done, once he starts reading, I would ask that he keeps reading it even if you put the paper down.
Yes.
Because he doesn't read fast, which is fine. But I've got stuff to do, right? I'm seeing all these pieces. I don't just want to stand there holding a piece of paper, not doing anything.
We want to beat some levels.
Levels to beat. Now, back to it. How do you beat the levels, Louie?
Beat the levels by playing with gears and steam and electricity and sometimes even light.
So at first, because the first number of puzzles are all gear-based, and you'll see from the gameplay trailer it kind of... The concept is you crank a wheel and that will power the elevator that will bring you down.
Yes.
And when you crank that wheel, something else moves somewhere else in the level.
That's correct also.
Thank you.
The problem is there's pieces missing from the wheel that you turn to the power that generates for the elevator.
And your job is to find those pieces, put them together, and make it all happen.
You are an elevator repairman.
You kind of are, in a steampunkish kind of way. Steampunk elevator repairman. That's what they should have called this.
That's right.
So this is available in HTC Vive, Oculus Rift, Windows Mixed Reality. The movement style is teleport based.
Yep.
What else do you have to tell us about the game?
There's a, sorry, I was almost going to say a flashlight. An old-timey flashlight.
Which is called a lighter.
Yes.
They used to use lighters for that sort of thing.
Yes.
So the game is quite dark. And you have to look around, and you've got a lighter on your hip. You pull it out and you flick on on the Rift, it's one of the joysticks, I believe.
Yep.
On the Vive, you flick up, I believe, on the trackpad. And that'll give you light. Beyond that,
a small amount of light.
Yeah, a little bit. But you'll teleport around. The game does utilize room scale as well.
Yeah. Okay,
so we're not going to score this. I want pros, I want cons. Tell me if you recommend it, Louie. Pros, go.
Pros are, this is just a straight up fun game. Kind of unexpected game that we were going to play. It was played by mistake, but we're like, hey, let's just try it a little bit. And it was fun. We started off going through the tunnels and figuring out how the gears worked and how they went on and how the chains worked and on, steam and everything else. And it was just really fun. And we're like, hey, let's play this some more. Cons were, I didn't get the instructions very well the first time. I wasn't paying attention. I figured I knew better. Classic me.
So your con was you weren't paying attention to the game.
That's right. And the developers should fix that.
So are you recommending the game, Louie?
I am recommending the game. It was very fun.
Okay, so back to what Louie was saying. You know, we get a lot of games coming our way and we can't review all of them. We do our best to get to as many as we can, but what ends up happening is hot new games come out and people are like, well, those are the ones we want to see, and backlogs start happening. And what happened here is we were trying to play a different game and Profundum runned. And we're like, Profundum ran.
Yeah.
Runned.
It got lost in the shovel.
Let me try again the shovel. Okay, so Profundum ran, and we were like, oh shoot, we weren't in a headspace for a puzzle game, and like I said, there's been a lot of puzzle games that haven't been great, This one really surprised me. It honestly did. It started off and I'm like, oh, it's just a bunch of gears. It's just always going to be, where does the big gear go? Where does the small gear go? But it gets more complicated and you start going around corners and all of a sudden they start adding trap rooms where all of a sudden the walls start coming in. And now you have to do it in a race, and then it's steam, and then it's chains. And the chains, you're jumping off and you have to put a gear behind another gear. You know what? This is a fun game.
Yep.
If you like puzzle games at $19.99 US, $24.98 Canadian, 19 pounds, you know, if you're not sure, wait till it's on sale, but it's a solid puzzle game. I recommend Profundum. And that's another review. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. We love hearing from you. Share our videos. You guys know how to get this stuff out to the world. I clearly don't know what I'm doing on that front, but I thank you so much, everyone that does. We will talk to you again real soon. See ya.